Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters and the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools. And we're here in Central Ohio to showcase some of the fantastic smallmouth fishing here in the Buckeye State. What's my fly, you say? Well, of course, the Swimmin' Jimmy. It's the like butter of flies. What could possibly go wrong with a swimmy Jimmy on the end of your tippet? What a hoot on a 5-weight. Good Lord. Oh yeah. In the net, as they say in New York City.
Say that in New York?
I think so. Probably. Somewhere. At basketball games.
In the nets.
In the nets. You know, there's really nothing better than throwing poppers for smallmouth. And these double barrel poppers by Flyman Fly Fishing Company, man, I don't think there's anything like them. And they're so versatile. And with a popper, you want to kind of change things up. You might do, as Josh says, baby pops, and just kind of pop it along, let it pause occasionally. Or you might want to do pretty big pops. And man, these double barrels are exactly that. They just get an amazing pop, spray a bunch of water, all kinds of commotion. And sometimes that's what it takes to get a smallmouth to come up to the surface, is that loud popping sound. But these things are so versatile, so much fun to fish. And you can do it with a 5. I've got a 5-weight here. You can do it with a 5-weight, a 6-weight. You just need to make sure you have the right leader, you know, tapered down to 11 thousandths, 12 thousandths, something like that. But man, it's just a ton of fun catching smallmouth on poppers. Smallmouth bass.
Oh, nice.
Right, yep.
They say they're in here.
We can now confirm that there are, in fact, smallmouth here. Man, they fight hard. Good Lord. Well, Josh, that was tons of fun. I mean, what a beautiful river. And you know, I think a lot of people don't realize the beauty. I mean, we saw bald eagles, we saw osprey, we saw deer, and we caught quality smallmouth bass darn near all day long. And I think a lot of people don't realize what great smallmouth fishing in some really, really beautiful rivers that we have here in the state of Ohio.
For sure. I mean, I really feel like what we have in Central Ohio is just a hidden gem that a lot of people don't know about. And there's just a lot of great rivers that we can fish at different times after the rain. You know, from small streams all the way through the mid-sized rivers like this up to the biggest water. You know, whether I have the raft out today on a river like this, or we get the jet boats out on some of the bigger water as the water drops, and you know, a few weeks after the rain we get to that, we've got an array of ways of covering all this water and getting to some of these awesome smallmouth streams.
I mean, it's really amazing. And for those of you that don't know, you can go to madriveroutfitters.com, learn all about the different guide trips that we offer here throughout the Ohio region. But I think the smallmouth bass fishing, I mean, nothing fights harder than a smallmouth. And you know, in my family, our history goes way back. I can remember smallmouth fishing with my dad when I was probably 4 or 5 years of age, and he caught a 15-inch smallmouth and had the thing mounted. I mean, heck, I think we caught 15-inch smallmouth today. It's really nothing to shake a stick at here, but it's something that's near and dear to my heart. And man, is it a lot of fun on a fly rod. And I think it's something that more people should take advantage of. We do have the jet boats, we've got the rafts. In addition to Josh McQueen, we've got Pat Kelly, we've got Ryan Ratliff, Donnie Knight over on the Stillwater and the Dayton area that does some smallmouth guiding for us. So what would you say, April to April 1st to
the end of October.
End of October. Yep. Some form of smallmouth fishing is going to be available. And not to mention, I mean, I threw streamers today. Of course, my Swimmy Jimmy on the sink tips. We caught fish on poppers almost all day long. And when it got a little slow here midday, we pulled out the crayfish and we're just drifting them and caught a couple fish doing that. So also a diversity of techniques available on the fly rod. But you said you grew up on this particular river, which of course we can't mention the name here on YouTube, but you grew up fishing this river.
Yeah, this is home water for me. I mean, this is really where I started. Cut my teeth here, and really, you know, I caught smallmouth on fly rod here probably 4 or 5 years before I ever caught my first trout, which was in the Clear Fork, Brian. So really, it's special to me as well, because when I got started fly fishing, it was right here on this river for smallmouth. And so to be able to come back and show people this fishery, have the opportunity now to do this for a living, to bring people in here and show them everything we have to offer, it's really been amazing.
Well, there you go, friends. That's a wrap. Another great day of smallmouth fishing here in Central Ohio with Mad River Outfitters guide Josh McQueen. If you're not familiar with the great smallmouth fishing we have and the amazing rivers that we have here in Central Ohio, check it out on our website. You can see tons of photos. Stay in touch on social media, but check it out. If you haven't done this, you got to get out with one of our guides. Absolutely amazing fishing here in Central Ohio. So as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, that helps us out a lot. Hit that like button and stay in touch and stay tuned. We've got a lot more coming at you. If you like this video, hit subscribe. It helps out a lot. And check out these videos. We think you might like them too.